Hi, this is Raphael, President over here at Net Medical. Today we're going to take a look at a new feature that we're adding to the Telemed platform. If you're a current user, you know we handle the doctor diagnosis and the order processing side fairly well. But at the beginning of the pandemic, we realized that the addition of a single patient-facing technology would enable practitioners to get closer to their patients at a time when social distancing is really the order of the day. What you're looking at here is an example of that. It's a questionnaire that's meant to be a patient-facing questionnaire, and its job is to make it as easy as possible to start a doctor-patient relationship via telemedicine. And we wanted to do it in a way that doesn't disrupt your existing workflow, because to us it's really important. It's a really important goal to shrink the distance between patients and the care they need, especially now. So for an example, look at the telemedicine consent form here. It's got all of the legal notes that you'd want to hit on to get that relationship started. But one of the items here is risk, consequences, and benefits. And in that section, you want to affirm that the patient's had a chance to talk to somebody to say, hey, what are the benefits? What are the risks of me using a telemedicine platform? What we did here is we made it really simple inside of Telemed. If you want to be able to click and join an online meeting, you can just click a link right in the form and you'll be taken to, say, the front desk of a practice where you can go ahead and ask your questions of whoever's there. In this case, it's me. Hi. We also have all of the different items you'd expect inside of a patient-facing form. If you tried to enter something and enter it blank, then you would get a notification that you have to put some data in, and before it'll let you proceed to the next section of what's going on there. So here's an example form of just usual patient demographics that you'd want to fill out, including insurance information. I threw in a COVID-19 screening section here. It would have a medical history and medication. And so this is a form, and it's that part's not that interesting. You do get an automatic summary at the tail end of this, which is good. So it's a flattened version of the data that you just saw. But let's take a look at how this happens, right? Because that's really the important stuff. That's really the exciting stuff. So for instance, here is the development environment that we call our integrated development environment inside of Telemed. And what you're looking at here on the left is a tree, which is just a structure that you use to store information, much in the same way that you put data inside of a grid in a spreadsheet. Here you put the data in a tree, and the tree expresses itself as a web application here. And for example, there was a medication section on the form, and let's say just for fun, we want to know if our patients are taking a certain medication. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a new choice for a new drug that we want to track, and we're going to say that it's, let's just pick famotidine, right? So we'll put that there in the list. We want to add a value as well that matches. The value is the piece of it that gets back to the structured data on the back end. And then let's close our old window and let's hit the play button. And let's see what we've got. Under medication, we're going to say we are currently taking medication, and the one we just added is now there on the list. So let me go back and cover that one more time, because what just happened is we gave the ability of someone who can edit this tree, we gave them a superpower, right? We gave them the ability to compile a finished web app that has all the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript already done for you here, and in a way that it handles the structured data and automatically creates a summary for you and does it in an interesting way. And for those technically savvy, you know what you're looking at here is an XML document. So I can pull that up right here, and you can take a look at on the back end. You can see that sure enough, the thing you're actually editing is a kind of well thought out, we think, XML document that lets you describe questionnaires that are patient facing in a way that you can edit them graphically inside of Telemed. So the data that you get inside of this is born structured, which allows you to do some neat stuff. For example, you can create alternative representations. In this example, I've created a QR code that might have some advantages in a real world workflow. So imagine that that QR code could be handed through a car window without rolling that window down, possibly reducing exposure, for frontline people. And that's what we're doing. We're cooking up more and good things here inside of the Telemed platform. And you'll be hearing more from us soon on where this is all going. And thanks for listening.